All right, man. So you wanted some chest training advice? I got you, man. We all want that chest like Arnold's, right? We all want to have that big, huge shelf right there, right? So your girl can rest her head on if you ever got a girl. But none of you know how. I'm going to show you the best, most effective way to get a huge chest, okay? As we know, we have the basic principles. We have lifting with intensity, lifting with high frequency, lots of rest, good recovery, right? You need to be hitting chest first each session if you truly want to be able to hit it the best you could, right? Those are the fundamentals of developing any muscle most effectively. But when it comes to chest, what exactly can we do to maximize our chest development? It's very simple. Your chest has three parts. It has the costal pec, the lower pec, the sternal or the medial, right, the middle pec, and the clavicular or upper pec, right? The upper pec, a lot of people say they have underdeveloped upper pecs, and that is true for the most part. But you don't only want to be training that part of your pec. Now, when most people do chest training, they either do some flat bench with dumbbells or a barbell, and then they move on to some incline, whether it be flies or just pressing with dumbbells or barbells, right? And they're doing one thing fundamentally wrong. It is that they have their elbows flared out like this. When you have your elbows flared out like that, you're not doing enough shoulder flexion, which is what the upper pec does best. So even though it is an incline bench, if you have your elbows flared out like this, you're pressing like that, you're not going to be engaging your upper pec maximally. It's going to be more sternal pec. So if you're going to be doing a press for your chest, which I do not recommend, what's best is flies, and I'll explain why in a second. If you're doing a press, you should have your arms about over here, between 30 to 45 degrees of a shoulder angle, so that you're doing enough shoulder flexion and engaging that upper pec. Now, why shouldn't you be doing presses? Presses are compound movements. They involve your triceps, your chest, and front delts. Meaning that if you're using those two other muscle groups, your triceps and front delts, you aren't really going to be getting maximum motor unit recruitment in your chest. You aren't going to be utilizing the most amount of chest fibers that you could in a fly. So what exactly do I recommend? I recommend a lower high fly on cables, right? Loading shoulder flexion. And I also recommend a fly similarly to the unilateral low to high fly on cables, right? But simply, instead of going low to high and loading shoulder flexion, we're just going to do transverse adduction, right? That means literally just from arm set basically around 90, just bring your arm over, right? Not up, not down, just over here, right? Just adducting. That's going to hit your sternal pec. If you need to do any lower pec exercises, most people don't. But if you need to, you can just do some shoulder extension, right? Some pullovers in which the movement is hardest at about down here where your pec has best leverage. You can also do it, shoulder adduction in the frontal plane. Again, most resistance about over here where the lower pec is best leverage. So also remember, you need to do these exercises unilaterally in order to maximize motor unit recruitment and therefore chest gains. But this is very important. If you cannot get over the bilateral force deficit, meaning if you can do more on either side than you do bilaterally, then you should just drop the exercise because it is going to be more extra fatigue. That is chest training explained and simplified. I hope you have an amazing day and enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and come back for more. Thank you.